Hey guys, doing? Welcome back to another reading. Hopefully you guys are good. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cleanse the ear real quick. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna start our reading. Man. Okay. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and start our reading. We're gonna do a general reading. For you guys that don't know what a general reading is, it's kind of just sees what could apply to most of you guys. It's just for anybody that really gets this message. It's not really a personal reading. It's just somebody that, anybody that really gets this message. If it resonates, then it's for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just see what we can manifest. What spirit wants us to manifest, right? Spirit, what messages you have for manifestation? Okay, first one we have is step up and lead. I know that I've been shared in life that doesn't just take a manager to lead. So, you guys might be like in a position in life where you're realizing that you don't really need nobody over you. You don't need nobody watching you, watching the way that you work or the way that you go about life. That you're your own boss, you're your own manager in your own way. You know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily have to be like a name tag. You don't have to have a name tag or a certain position to step up and lead. One second, guys. Hold on. Jesus, stiff. All right, but yeah, you don't even have like a name tag, things like that. Just take responsibility, take action in things that you do, and everything will work out. So put that right there. Yeah, so that's important to trying to do it toward the camera. Yeah, so that's important. It's important to go ahead and step up. Like you don't have to wait until somebody else does it for you, right? Okay. What other messages do you have? Okay. Next one is release control. Everything in life you can't control everything, you know what I mean? And it's important to understand that. The faster you understand that you can't control it, the faster you can get one to find things that you can control and then control those things. Like for an example, you really can't control. You can participate in slightly change the little things at a time. But as far as like knowing what's going to be the full outcome, like that's kind of out of your control. For one, it's like there's a higher power in place, there's a universe in place as well, and it assists you. It's just don't wanna stress too big about things that you cannot control. For an example, you can't control if you're gonna be at a certain location. You know what I mean? Because there's so much things that could take place within that time that you believe. Like for an example, let's say you're like, yeah, next week I'm throwing a pizza party, right? And say something goes on with the storm, and then that specific day, that specific time, you couldn't control whether or not it was accurate, or whether or not you could actually do a pizza party outside. You know what I mean? So things like that you can't get upset about. You know what I mean? Because it was out of control. You didn't really have too much control over the nature of the environment and things like that. So that's important to recognize that when I say release control, just don't feel like you gotta. I stress the fact. Don't feel like you gotta stress about things that's out of control. Like don't feel like you gotta now take on that stress because things didn't work out for you. You know what I mean? Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? Okay, the next one is breathe through the tension. Like you guys, we're gonna all go through stressful situations or stressful environments. Just like a runner, right? You gotta breathe through it, right? Just like any athlete or any circumstances, you kind of just take a step back. You know what I mean? It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it, but breathe through the tension just means be calm. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we can't really make final decisions if we're stressed out, right? It's not. There's no way that's going to be even accurate if you did it under compromising like stress levels. Like yeah, stressed out, so there's no way it's gonna be accurate. You gotta kind of make it accurate, an accurate decision. You gotta make sure you're thinking ahead, like thinking wisely, thinking clearly. That's the main thing. Thinking clearly with no added feelings or you stressed out or it's like driving under the influence. If you're driving under the influence, you're not thinking, all the way. You're not using your basic knowledge of driving. You're kind of just, driving off of how you feel because you're drunk or whatever. So it's the same way. When it comes on to life, you gotta react off of calm emotions, like you know what I mean. So any tension, you gotta just any situation, you gotta kind of just work through it. Take a step back. If you feel anxiety kicking in, take a breather. Do your nose or through your mouth. Just take it aside. If you're shopping or something, you feel anxiety kicking in or paranoia, go to the bathroom and just take a couple breaths and then go back out. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah. And also, if you guys are feeling that way, it's important that you get ready before you leave the house. Do a couple saging, do some meditating, get your mind right. And here's the thing: you could be physical, big, whatever, strong, or you feel like. But let me tell you the secret to life. The secret to dealing with things is all mental. You know what I mean? It's all mental and spiritual. It's like your brain's gotta know what's up again. So you gotta kind of reflect them things and prep your mind, prep your body for those things before you step out the door. Prep yourself for anything that could occur. Prep yourself. You know what I mean? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So ensure that you're prepping yourself. Ensure that you're making things. You know what I mean? Like near to the conscious mind or reminded to the subconscious mind every single morning before you go step out to work, before you even leave your workplace to come in. Make sure you're reminding your subconscious mind, look, I gotta do these things when I get to the house. You know what I mean? So you're not in as much anxiety as possible. Like I said, proper preparation prevents poor performance. It doesn't eliminate it, it prevents it. I'm not saying that if you do these things, you're not going to have these situations. But the more you prepare, the less you got to worry about getting ready. You see what I'm saying? Stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Come on, like, we gotta be on game. It's a whole different scenario. These are different. This is a universal plane. If you want that energy, you gotta put that energy out there first and foremost. You want that. You want your positivity to override negativity. Well, you gotta put that out before you even do anything. Think big about it. Think positive. Whatever you do, whatever you are in course in doing, think positive. But look, Spirit, what other messages do you have? Alright, so we have be humble. This is a big one. Like, that's pretty self-explanatory, really. It's really just about being a humble student, right? You're gonna know a lot of things in your lifetime as you get older, I don't know how old you guys are, but as you get older, throughout your life, you've learned a lot of things, I would say. You've learned a lot of things and you know a lot of things, right? But it's important to reflect on times that you didn't know it so that you remember those times you didn't know it, you learned it. You had to ask for help and things like that. And not necessarily you got to ask for help because, I don't know your situation, I don't know who you're on and stuff, but I would say this, when it comes on to being humble, it just means that never feel like you're too big for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Never feel like you're too big to go on. Never feel like whatever the case is, never feel these circumstances on, you're too big for this show. Like, never feel that way because, it's always going to be stripped from you. You know what I'm saying? With a blink of an eye, it all could go away. So it's just important to kind of, being humble is very, very unique. It's very smart because it's like, if it's like if you was to look at it in the money aspect, right? You got $100,000. You know, instead of you going in and cashing out all this money on anything materialistic, you burn it out, expecting to get that $100,000 again, because you're like, well, I made my first hundred, so I can make a second. You know, you go burn out all this money and you don't get that second. To say your shit flops, right? Now it's like you could have been humble and put that money away for saving or rainy days, because you still got bills to pay regardless if you know what I'm saying? Regardless if you notice that, regardless if you make more money or not, or if you spend it or not, you still gonna have them bills to pay. You still gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's still gonna be a price tag on them items. So what I'm saying is, being humble just reflects on things that you didn't have, and kind of just using that knowledge to be able to move forward in the future and say, okay, instead of going all crazy, I'm just gonna put it up. Nobody's saying you can't buy things, but think about it. You're gonna go. You just got this lump sum. You're gonna go and put in. So what I'm saying is, and we went to the money spec. We're coming back to us. If you stop yourself from learning new things just because you feel like you've done it all, that new thing that you could have learned would actually probably could have saved you or prevented you from doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel like you don't have to wear a seatbelt because you're that good of a driver. Now you're launched out of your seat in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? So never feel like you're too above the ground, above the universe. Never feel like you know everything, because you know the higher power is gonna look at you and say, "Well, clearly don't." Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, always remember that. Be a humble student and be open minded to things. Not saying be open minded to try everything you see, but open minded enough to think about things where it's like you don't have that closed mind feeling like you know everything. You know what I mean? Because then it's not gonna go far as you believe it will. Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? All right. Next one is make time for self love. I try to do this in the morning and the evening. I'm trying to get onto this right meditating thing and just sitting down, playing some chakra music, and it preps me for the videos, but more importantly, it gives me that time of self. And I feel like it's very important, because, you know, if you don't have self love, you don't love yourself and you don't appreciate yourself, you don't sit down and just take the time to reflect on all the things you accomplished on your end. Like, it's all about you, yourself, right? Yourself, right? If you don't take time to appreciate and love yourself, you can't give something you don't have. So there's no way you're gonna be able to give nobody else love. Like, there's no way you can walk around happy and say, yeah, man, that's all fake love. You ask me. You have a lot of people that don't love themselves, and they have a smile on their face like everything is cool, but maybe it's not. You know, that's how you never know when things are going wrong, because the people that having issues, they always fake it. Don't fake it. Like, actually reflect on things that you've done good at, and it could be something so simple like waking up this morning. Good job. You got out of bed, you brushed your teeth. You might have brushed your teeth and went back in bed, but guess what? You got up to brush your teeth. Something so small like that you can be proud of. You know, because some people that didn't wake up this morning. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you got up in the morning and you brushed your teeth, congratulations. Like, just reflect on that. They're baby steps. You know what I mean? If you're in a deep depression, man, that's baby steps. So that's definitely going to motivate you to try new things and put more things on your list of accomplishments, which will help you reflect more and give you more appreciation for yourself. You know what I mean? It's unlimited appreciation. That's the whole point. The whole point of it is just to put that time aside, whether it be the morning or the evening, whatever works for you, or both, perfect. Throughout your day, perfect. Kind of just saying, okay, look, you know what I mean? They in this position or whatever, but hey, man, or hey, girl, you did great. You did this, you did that. Look at you, check you. And then it's that fuel. You know, like you're filling up your car, your bike, and your transportation. The fuel is always going to run out. Like, the more you drive, it's going to run out. So as you drive your body, as you're working or whatever, your fuel, your energy is going to run out. But the whole point of us going to the gas station is to refuel. So the whole point of you making time for self-love is to refuel that ambition. Refuel it. Like no matter what you do in life, it's always gonna be a point where you feel drained out. And that's the point of taking time for that, taking a break, you know what I'm saying? That's why the people go on vacation from the work life, because it gives you that motive to keep going. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, took a break, keep going. That's why breaks are so important. That's why sleep is so important. We're refueling ourselves. So I'm just giving you guys some little bit of advice to just, refuel yourself. So thank you, Spirit, for that message. So that's what that's about. Refueling. We're fueling. Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? Other messages do you have? We have take a reality check. This could fall in line of got a dream, reality check, for me, it's priority, right? For me, it's like prioritize. You want to do these things, but maybe you got kids. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with wanting to go and do these things and, have a certain lifestyle, but maybe you got kids. Maybe you need to take a reality check. Maybe you need to feel like, well, look, I need to make sure you're revolving your lifestyle around things that are important to you. You know what I mean? And if your kids are that important to you, then you need to be revolving them around your lifestyle. You can't be saying, yeah, I'm gonna go and go to school for 6. You can't do that because you gotta raise kids. Oh, well, my grandma could raise kids. I mean, your mama could raise kids, but your mama's been raising you all her life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she raised you while being online school, whatever she did. Now you feel like you can go to raise school. So, and what I'm saying is, if your kid's that important to you, you would stick around and you feel me, work it out. I don't know, they have so much tools that we have today, like social media, internet, all of these things they didn't have back in the day. And use those to your advantage. You know what I mean? A trick that I've learned that when it comes down to if you want to stay at home or you want to work from home, you want to do YouTube, just find something you're good at and record yourself doing it. You know what I mean? It could be reading. A lot of people don't know that. Like it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You see it all the time. You see like with YouTube, you see like the algorithm seems like they're attracting more people that's entertaining. But see, the thing is, it's just whatever you enjoy doing. Like if you enjoy reading, what you do is you gotta build that fan or not fan. I'm gonna say fan base. That sounds so back in the day type of vibe. Like it sounds like some worship shit. I don't think people should worship other people. Supporters, people that support one another. So it's like, you feel me? You'll have over. Let's say I'm building a page or whatever. This is just from work from home. So it's just a little off what we're saying, but it's gonna help you guys. And if you guys want to work from home, and like I want to start a YouTube channel, it's no real thing with starting a YouTube channel. All you gotta do is find something you're good at, do it, record yourself doing it. You know what I mean? And engage with the camera if you feel like it. If you feel like whatever you're doing is like changing tires or something, and they don't really need to see it, but maybe they want to know. So you can even explain to them or run it by them, and then basically you just keep putting content. And what you're doing is you're building a website. Every time you drop a video, is a whole nother vibe, is a whole nother scene where it's like a episode. It's like how Nickelodeon and Disney Channel used to come on for us when we was kids. It's basically like that. The reason why we adore these shows so much is because we grew up watching each and every episode. So it's like that with your page. If you want to start on YouTube, basically it's just posting a video, and then people, your supporters, will engage with those videos. So that's just a little tip for you guys are wondering how to work from home, financially, or just doing what you love, and man, doing it on YouTube so you can earn royalty fees. That's just how it is. It's just building that supporter group. So remember, everything is a support system. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But like I said, take a reality check. Find things that you like, really like, actually are passionate about. Like for me, I could do readings right all day, but if I don't do my work, or if I don't do my workout routine, or if I don't read books or whatever, then I'm gonna feel less of me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be happy. So that's why I just kind of do what I do, and it works out for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest thing. Happiness is definitely occur with nobody's hands is definitely the most valuable thing in this world because when I had certain situations or where I was working certain places, I was cool, but I wasn't fully happy because I wasn't able to, I wasn't able to stick with my routine or stick with my work or with my training and stuff. And it kind of sometimes, whatever be careful what you involve yourself in because if you're like at a job, whatever, you know how this goes. Any job wants to hold meetings and kind of do it on different days and or they want to do programs and you gotta like to live outside of work though. So in most cases it's not even the case of leaving work and feeling like oh y'all work is at work. Sometimes work will come home with you too because they'll be like, well, Saturdays we're doing this program and we'll see if you can come. No, it's gonna be awkward if you don't show up. You know what I'm saying? So it's important if you guys do want to get on your end. I encourage you guys to be self-efficient. If you choose to do whatever you're doing for work-wise as a lifestyle, because remember it's a lifestyle first, and a form of income second. A lot of people they go for a work life looking for that form of income. But here's the thing: you go to this place, it becomes your lifestyle. The minute you step in that door, it becomes your lifestyle. The minute you clock in at one lifestyle, your whole lifestyle has to change. The time you wake up, the time you go to sleep, the time you eat, the time you everything has to switch around. Sometimes you have to tolerate things more. You gotta practice tolerating things. So it's just a matter of finding something you would enjoy doing and then being able to work. Like if you can go at 9 to 5 and that 9 to 5 is something that you're willing to do all day anyway, and you getting paid for something that you want to do all day anyway, great. If it works out for you where it's not interfering with your life, awesome. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that you're not really into and you're not seeing yourself doing it for any time that you feel like if you feel like you find a passion, you feel like you find something you love, always think of it like this. Think 20 years down the line. Man, could I do this for 20 years? That's when you know if you got a good job or not. If not even a good job, but if you got a good lifestyle, like whatever you're doing in your day, ask yourself, can I do this for 20 years? Because if you can, then put it up. You know what I'm saying? Find something different. Even if you're clueless right now, you're so young and whatever. Find something different. Find something that you like to do, like on a daily. Like, oh, you like to draw? Okay, well, check in tattoos. I know that sounds scary, and I know that's a big jump because it's permanent. But I mean, you could start small. You could start working in any art industry where it's like making clay or something like that. Just kind of expand your mind open. Open a little bit. Instead of just thinking strictly this or strictly that. Like this is my first time using this blue light, and I love it. You know what I mean? I might just switch it up. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. It's my first time sitting this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of being open minded. I listened to some chakra music this morning. Instead of just hopping on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, or hopping on a video, I listened to some chakra, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking my time for self meditation and reflecting on things that I've accomplished. Even like I'm 22, I graduated in 2018. I'm still reflecting on the time I graduated high school because it's not the diploma though for me. It's the simple fact that I was at a position where I'm, got F's and all that, and I changed myself around. I used to Christmas tree the test and all of that, the exams. And that's another thing. See, they went and stopped my video just now. You see what I'm saying? But I got this editor. I got this app. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just smurge these together so you guys are gonna see a little cut. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is even things that you don't feel like is that necessary. There are things like I was talking about. I graduated high school. To me, that was like the highlight of my when I was 18 because I had abs and then I changed myself around, so it was pretty cool. But that's the thing. Take a reality check, going back on it just means that finding things that you know that you love and you can live for, and whatever that might be, and kind of just applying that to yourself, right? Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? Other messages do you have? Okay, the next one is know you are loved. And I know this could be like very hard if you're around like certain family members and you feel like they're kind of jealous of you, or you feel like they're kind of like hating on you or whatever, you feel like they're not really showing you compassion that you need or that you are searching for, whether it be your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, whatever. Um, you're loved by the highest power. So none of these humans, like no human, what I'm saying, really matters to his eyes. Like when I say matters, I'm not saying he don't care, but you know, your spirits and your people that watch over you, they'll rather see you happy and know that they love you. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be loved, or you ain't gotta be sharing love from people on the earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just know that the highest power, your creator, the people that are meant to love you will love you. The people that are supposed to love you will love you. So that's all that you gotta really think about. Like, you gotta reflect on it. You gotta remind yourself every day, yo, I'm loved. I'm loved. You feel me? Okay. That's very well the message we have. All right. All right, and the last one is go for it. You've been thinking about anything that you've been thinking about starting? Try it. Try it. Baby step it. You know what I mean? If you're trying to sell a new product, put out the prototype. You only live once. You know what I'm saying? You only in this lifetime. You only live in one time. You might be reincarnated. I'm sure you've already been aware that if you're a spiritual person, most likely already been reincarnated. What I'm saying is, try whatever you want to do. If the card says go for it. It's important that you recognize that these things happen for a reason. You have these visions, these data bats that get transmitted to your mind or Bluetooth to your mind because you're a spiritual person, you're a spiritual soul, and you have these ideas that are passed on from your last lifetime. So it's important you try it. You know what I mean? You might have failed, you might have succeeded, but just try it. That's gonna conclude our reading. I have this thing on my phone where it's like saying I'm at like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna kind of delete some of the other stuff so I can kind of create space. But like I said, it's gonna be a little glitch because I was talking some real, some realness, and sometimes technology don't like that. And I'm sharing this with you guys, give you guys some good advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you guys go out there and just be reckless. This to people that do. But on this channel, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real, we keep it 100, we communicate, and then God be willing, one day we go live and then we guys interact with each other. You guys can type your comments and everything on live. You guys can see me early in the morning and late at night. So tap in, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys are doing good. But yeah, just let me know. Let me know in the comment section. I guess, whatever, however you feel about this reading, you know what I mean? But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for seeing. Let me know how you guys like the scenery, the blue light, and everything. I'm probably gonna change to a different color tonight, but I'll see you guys on a later video or later notice. Thank you.